Welcome to Mind Paradox. What if I told you that talent is one of the most dangerous, most misleading words in our vocabulary? We worship at the altar of the natural, the prodigy, the genius who picks up a violin or a paintbrush and is instantly brilliant. We tell ourselves these people are cut from a different cloth, that they possess a divine spark we simply lack. But this belief, this comfortable story we tell ourselves, is a lie. It's a lie that keeps us on the sidelines of our own lives, convinced we don't have the right stuff to achieve greatness. The truth is far more paradoxical and far more empowering. Mastery isn't a gift you receive at birth. It's a process you can begin today. And on this episode of Mind Paradox, we're going to give you the blueprint. For decades, the popular idea of mastery was defined by a single magical number: 10,000 hours. The rule popularized by Malcolm Gladwell suggested that if you simply clocked in 10,000 hours of practice at anything, you'd become world-class. But a paradox emerged. We all know people who have played guitar for 20 years but are still mediocre, or people who have been driving for 30 years but are still bad at parking. They've put in the hours. So what went wrong? The answer lies in the work of psychologist Anders Ericsson, the scientist whose research the 10,000-hour rule was based on. And he would be the first to tell you, time is only one part of the equation. The most crucial variable is the quality of that time. He called it deliberate practice. Mindless repetition is not practice. Hitting a bucket of golf balls aimlessly is exercise, not training. Deliberate practice is different. It's methodical, it's purposeful, and it's often uncomfortable. It consists of 4 key components. 1. A clearly defined, specific goal. Not get better at piano, but play the C major scale 2 octaves flawlessly at 120 beats per minute. 2. Intense, undistracted focus. This means no phone, no TV in the background, just you and the task in a state of deep work. 3. Immediate and informative feedback. You must know instantly whether you did it right or wrong. This can come from a coach, a mentor, recording and analyzing yourself, or even the immediate feedback of a well-designed app. And 4. Constantly operating on the edge of your abilities. Pushing yourself just outside your comfort zone, where you're making mistakes. If it feels easy, you're not in the growth zone. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the struggle. This is the real engine of mastery. 10 hours of deliberate practice is worth more than 1,000 hours of mindless repetition. So you've committed to the practice. But how do you navigate the path? The Dreyfus model of skill acquisition gives us a roadmap showing the 5 stages we all go through on the journey to mastery. First, you are the novice. You need rigid rules and a context-free recipe to follow. Press this key, then this key. You have no idea what you're doing, and that's okay. Your job is simply to follow the instructions. Next, you become the advanced beginner. You can start to apply the rules in slightly different situations. You're not just following the recipe, you might add a little extra spice. You're starting to see small pieces of the larger picture. Then you become competent. This is a major leap. You now understand the underlying principles. You can troubleshoot problems on your own. A competent programmer doesn't just copy code. They understand the logic and can write their own simple programs to solve new problems. They can plan and achieve goals. After that comes the proficient performer. Here your understanding becomes more holistic and intuitive. A proficient doctor doesn't just go through a checklist of symptoms. They see the patient's situation as a whole and often have a gut feeling about the diagnosis that they then verify with data. The big picture becomes clear. Finally, you reach the summit. You are the expert, the master. The skill is now so deeply ingrained, it's become part of you. It's unconscious, it's intuitive. This is the ultimate paradox of mastery. The expert often cannot fully explain how they do what they do. Their actions are so fluid and automatic. It looks like magic to the novice. It's not magic. It's thousands of hours of deliberate practice layered one on top of the other. Knowing this path is crucial because of one final critical concept: the plateau of latent potential. There will be long periods where you are practicing deliberately, putting in the effort, and you will see nothing. No improvement, no results. This is the valley of disappointment. This is where most people quit. They believe their effort is wasted. But it's not. Beneath the surface, your brain is furiously building connections. Your muscle memory is being encoded. You are building the potential for a breakthrough. And then, one day, you will wake up, and suddenly, you can just do it. The skill that was impossible yesterday feels easy today. This isn't a fluke. It's the stored energy of your consistent effort finally being unleashed. Understanding this plateau is the key to enduring the journey. You must have faith in the process even when the results are invisible. You must adopt what psychologist Carol Dweck calls a growth mindset. Don't say, "I'm bad at this." Say, "I'm not good at this yet." So how do you become a master at anything? You debunk the myth of talent and embrace the reality of effort. You stop counting the hours and start making the hours count, with intense, focused, deliberate practice. You understand what stage of the journey you're on, from novice to expert, and practice accordingly. And most importantly, you cultivate the patience to push through the long plateaus, knowing that your breakthrough is being built in the silence of your unrewarded efforts. The path to mastery is not complex, but it is not easy. It demands focus, humility, and a relentless dedication to the process. But the path is open to anyone willing to walk it. The only question left is, what will you choose to master? In the comments below, tell us the one skill you are committing to mastering. Let's declare our intentions and support each other on the journey. If this exploration of mastery resonated with you, subscribe to Mind Paradox and ring the bell. We believe that understanding the mind is the key to unlocking your potential. Thanks for watching.